Everybody, Creative Katie, Karen Burchill here. Today we are going to create this beautiful spring themed art journal page, and I'm going to show you some tips for working on a dark background. So I am starting with a gel print. This is what I call an Insta background. Look at that beautiful grunge, the quinacridone magenta, the blues. You just can't get a background better than a gel print, but you can throw those colors on. So we're going to talk about using a dark background, and I'm going to give you some tips along the way. Now, with the gel print, I have this white border, so let's solve that problem. It doesn't quite fit my page, so I'm just going to take the colors that I think are in the gel print and mix it together with a makeup sponge, with some gesso, white gesso, and just extend the page as if it was there. When all is said and done, you're not even going to know that I did this. So I'm just going on, and then I'm adding some other grunge in there. Now I take my mixed media paper off the coil, and so that allows me to work flat. So I'm just taping off the coiled part because I don't want paint and gunk in there. So I'm just putting that on and extending it, kind of going into the gel print, but I don't want to lose that beautiful grunge of the gel print. Like you just can't get that. You can't duplicate that. So this really allowed me to jumpstart my creative process. It set the tone and the color scheme, but it is a dark background. So now, if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hit the subscribe button and click on the bell. So this beautiful napkin I loved with that gel print. So that is what I wanted to do. Now, I was a little concerned that this bright tulips napkin that comes from Ninny's Napkins, how am I going to showcase it on the background? And I'm going to share with you what I do. So I'm releasing the focal image from the napkin. I'm cutting off some excess. This allows me to play with it. Oh, look at how those colors just shine. But I don't want that white there around it. But that would be one way to make sure that it stands out. So on this bright tulips napkin, there are two different napkins. Now here's what I've done. I've taken a stencil, I've made a swoop with a piece of chalk in the middle, and I'm just stenciling with white acrylic paint through this endless swirl stencil, but you can get any stencil, an all over pattern, and I'm stenciling with white. And that just adds some white space to your background and is going to allow me to better showcase the focal image. I didn't want to get too busy with my background, but this swoop really works. Now, to add a little more interest to my gel print Insta background, I'm using, this is a dish liner. It's a silicone dish liner or sink liner. And I'm putting white acrylic paint on it and just stamping with it. You can get so many mark making tools from the dollar store. Now look at how that showcases off of that white stenciling. I'm going to call that stenciling inlay. Here is another. This was a trivet, and I'm using the Prussian blue, and I'm just going to stamp on that. It's just going to add that little bit of pattern down there without being too busy. I don't want to distract from my tulips. But that makes a beautiful thing. Now, these are iron decoupage sheets that I created by putting Mod Podge on a sheet, and I will link that video for you. So what this allows me to do is keep the white behind the tulip, because if I glued that tulip onto a dark background, it's going to distort the color. So I want to make sure the tulips stay those bright, vibrant colors. So I am going to use the iron decoupage technique with these iron decoupage sheets that I created. Now, if you don't have these, And I do hope you go check out that video because these are great to have on hand. You can glue this down on white copy paper and then continue as I'm doing. So I've cut that to size. Now I'm going to put the parchment paper over top and use my mini iron. Now this is not a Cricut. This is not brand name. This is an off brand and it works great. So I will link something similar that I got from Amazon. So I'm just going to iron that. And now I'm going to do the fussy cutting. Now you can use scissors, but I prefer to use an X-Acto knife with my cutting board. Cutting mat there. So I'm just getting in and I start, a little trick that I've learned is if you start with what's in the center first, it just makes it easier. Now those fern fronds I'm getting rid of. I've chosen I don't want them in my background. I just want the tulips for this. So I'm just going little by little, and I'm not going to film all of this for you because, well, you get the point, and it's just taking up time. But I'm just going around as I go with the X-Acto knife. You could do the inners with the X-Acto knife and scissors. Now, at the end of this video, there's a bonus tutorial. I'm going to take the same napkin, same stencil, and do something kind of vintagey, super, super easy. Easier than this one, maybe, but a totally different look. So now I want to bring out that stenciled inlay area a little bit more and define that swoop that I've stenciled in the middle. And I'm just shading or highlighting with my angle brush and a little white acrylic paint. This is called the technique. The words escape me right now. It'll come to me. Floating acrylic technique that I learned when I did folk arting. So I'm just doing that. And look at how that really defines that inlay section. I'm going to do more to bring out that inlay so it looks like I've actually inputted a piece of lace. There is a link to the TCW Shopify store, and there is also a link to Ninny's Napkins where I get my napkins from. So you can go and check both of those places out, coupon codes in there. Now that mark making that I put at the top, I decided I didn't want it, so I just rubbed it off. This stencil called Inspired Words is from the Crafter's Workshop, and I'm stenciling in with the Prussian blue. Now that's really dark, and it's on the dark background, but I'm going to bring that out a little bit later. I can't tell you how happy I was as I was creating this. It just really came together quite nicely. So here I'm taking Prussian blue in order to make that inlay stenciled area stand out a little bit more. I'm using Prussian blue. I come back with black to even make it stand out even more with shading. And again, I'm using that floating acrylic, my shading technique. If you like my videos, you may be interested in the fact that I also make digital art kits. This one is called Tulip Joy, and you can get this at NINNYSNAPKINS.com. The link is in the description box. In this digital art kit, you get a 50-minute video, a user manual, all the PDFs. You'll learn how to make this textured background. You'll learn how to make your own stamp and create a masterboard, the colorful masterboard that you see behind the tulips. So let's get back to the tutorial. I grabbed my brush and I'm just doing some mark making around the top and the bottom of this. I kept this in the Prussian blue. This isn't something that I do often, but I wanted to have something around there. I'm not sure if this was the exact thing, but you know what? If you don't experiment and play, you don't learn and you don't develop the skills. So, I don't know. What do you think of this addition? So now I'm using my Jelly Roll pen, and to make that blue stenciling, the Prussian blue stenciling stand out, I'm using the Jelly Roll and going around it. This just outlines the letters, makes them stand out on the background. You need a good white pen. So there are the tulips. It was in two pieces when it came apart. Love how that comes. So I grab my gel medium in the matte finish and I just glue down my tulips. And we have the black background, but the tulips stand out because we put them on that iron decoupage sheet and we've done that white stenciling inlay through the middle. And that allows us to have that dark background and keep our brights of our focal point really in. I'm grabbing my angle brush and I'm doing a little bit more shading on the outside just to make my focal image stand out against the background. A little bit more. And I'm stenciling some a little bit on the tulips, shading a little bit on the tulips, but mostly I'm on outside of where the tulips are, on the background. I forgot to mention that Tulip Joy digital kit. At the time of this video, it is actually on sale. So it's a great deal right now if you're looking for a little private tutorial. Now I grab my fine line applicator bottle and I'm adding some dots here. Again, I'm not 100% sure that I love, love, love this. I think I would have preferred it just with the dark. I think that might have been a better answer. And to further make that stenciled inlay stand out, I'm doing some white lines with the fine line applicator on here. Again, it's a little detail, but it adds to it. Now, if you don't like this, you can leave that part out. The point is use the stencils you have, use the napkins you have, and use the techniques that I'm showing you and take advantage of the tips. Just adding a little bit of highlights with the fine line applicator bottle. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I like overpainting on my napkins, but these were so beautiful and bright, I did not need to adjust at all. Then a good splatter of gold. And I wanted the gold because there's that yellow in the tulips. And I just want to introduce that color very slightly into my background. So there is the finished page. I hope you love it as much as I did. Or you could do this. I had another one cut out. This, I am going to do this one on a 6x6 mixed media board, but you could do it on an 8x8. It would be lovely. You could do it on a card base or 6x6 art journal page. The substrate really doesn't matter. So I peeled off the excess layers and now I'm just water cutting because I'm going to edit this tulip. I don't want all of this. I want to show a little bit more of the background. This tulip's a little bit big for the 6x6. And then I'm going to cut off this purple tulip over here and I'm going to reposition him where I would rather have him. I plan on doing this one on a wood panel, as 8x8 wood panel. I think would be the perfect size. And I'm going to add some texture paste or modeling paste. So I'm going to add that purple tulip over there. So this mixed media board comes from the Crafter's Workshop, is 6x6, and I love working on it. It's a solid surface, but I'm giving it a coat of gesso even on the sides. Now I'm coming in with unbleached titanium and white gesso and putting it all over background. Now, this one is super easy. I've done this before or similar things before. This is very beginner friendly and very, very quick. So now I have a good base. Now I'm taking that same Endless Swirl stencil and I've got my white acrylic paint and I'm just going to stencil on with this. This is going to make a very faint pattern in the background. It's not going to be too overwhelming. I'm basically going tone on tone. Now I've glued on the napkin, lost that footage. I've glued it on with my fluid matte medium. And now, because it's kind of vintagey, I'm shading or edging around this with a brown because I want that vintagey kind of look. Then I grab my script stamp again with that brown and I'm stamping this in a few places. Some of it even goes over the napkin. And that's it. We're pretty much done. I'm just going to stamp my sentiment on there. And I grab my letter stamps and I'm just going to stamp the word bloom again with that brown. I want everything to work together. So this patterning is very, very slight. If I was doing this on a wood panel on an 8x8 where I have a little more real estate to work with, on that left-hand side, I may have done some modeling paste through the stencil just to add some texture. And a splatter of gold, and we're done. Both of these projects were under an hour to complete. That's total. So here's the art journal page using a dark background, a gel print to jumpstart the whole process. And here is the vintage one. Which one do you like the best? I think they both look great and I'm super thrilled. Thank you so much for watching. Check out Ninny's Napkins.